Happy Amazing Wednesday, everyone. I am Dr. Sharon, educator, author, entrepreneur, and speaker, and host and creator of Write the Book Now. And when I tell you I have a treat for you tonight, My guest is none other than the fabulous Stevii Aisha Mills. Stevie, how are you this evening?
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I love you and all your platforms. So it's a blessing to be here and, North Carolina in the building on tonight.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to read just a little bit because Lord knows her bio is, woo! But let me just read a little bit and then I will give her the floor to give a little more about who she is. But Stevii Aisha Mills is a native of Greensboro, North Carolina. Yay, North Carolina. A proud graduate of North Carolina A&T University. And when I say proud, I say proud.
Aggie pride.
She is the CEO and founder of the Beauty from Head to Toe Tour, the Beauty Queen Society, and her anchor company, Just Stevie. She is the host of The Conversation with Stevie and the visionary author of the best-selling book, Cultivating Your It Factor, which we will be talking about, among other things, tonight. And again, I say welcome, 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 Stevie. So please tell everyone a little more about who you are and exactly what it is that you do.
Awesome. I am an author, a speaker, and a public relations coach. And so I help women transform from being a hidden figure to becoming a household name. When I saw that movie, Hidden Figures, it did something to my spirit. And I knew that public relations was something that I knew and was very knowledgeable about, but I didn't have a passion for it. And so I learned that I do have a passion for coaching and educating. So therefore, I kind of mixed and blended that and created the public relations coach position in my business. So now I have a membership community called the PR Powerhouses, and I help women to truly understand their signature brand and find different places that they could just be seen. So yeah, that's what I do.
I love it. And I can recall a few, maybe early part of last year when you had a one-on-one and you were in Maryland and you were just shifting to the coaching piece of it. So I love the fact that you are full throttle now.
Yes.
I love that because you are such a wonderful, wonderful person. And I always like to give credit to where credit is due. And I just want to give a shout out to Taria Avant Vision because you are how I know you. She's how I know you made that connection through the System Mastery. And I've met so many wonderful people from networking and connecting with her. So I'm just so glad that we connected. And ever since that day, we've been going strong
yes.
since. So.
It was awesome because we sat down at dinner and we was like, girl, we became friends.
We did
that night, and it was
that
amazing.
Night, exactly, and we've been going strong so I'm just so in awe of you, and so I'm just so glad that you were able to take this few moments to be here because Lord knows your plate is full. But I just had to share that little piece of it.
Yes.
So let's talk. We're here to talk about Cultivating Your It Factor, which is a wonderful collaboration book. And I know that you also have another collaboration book that you're a part of that's coming out this weekend. And I'll give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about that. But I want to dive into this because this is the one that I actually purchased, I think, at that event, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's a collaboration book. You're the visionary author for it. There were 14 of you guys.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the creation of Cultivating Your It Factor.
Yeah, so the creation was interesting because I did a teleseminar. It was supposed to be a 24-hour teleseminar, just something real quick. It turned into the whole month of December 2014. And we had like 42 speakers. A lot of them I had not known. And so God just really put in my spirit to do a collaboration book. It was so funny because I went to bed like, I don't want to do a collaboration book. And I woke up like, yeah, I need to do it. So a lot of the women who are in the collaboration were in the 24 Hours of New Beginnings Power teleseminar who like Famira Green, Dr. Marilyn Porter, were definitely there. Nellie Wosu, who is also a North Carolinian, so many other people, Rhonda McAllister, like so many dynamic people who were part of that. Like they were in that book. And the cool thing about this is that I didn't know them really. I did not know them. I met them through the power of social media. And so I love the book. I always tell people that the quick and dirty about me is that I was on a job that I couldn't stand. Like that is, I wish I would have had the job that I loved, but that wasn't it. I couldn't stand that job, and I ended up very, very sick, having to go through 3 colonoscopies within 30 days, 2 within 24 hours. I had shingles and went from a size 14 to a size 0. So I always tell people that this Cultivating Your It Factor is the book that I wish I would have had when I was on that job, because I would have known my it factor and I wouldn't have been on that job. So it definitely is a handbook for people like ourselves, coaches, speakers, authors, who are looking to really develop a signature brand and figure out their gifts, skills, talents, and abilities, and what makes them sing and happy and free.
I love that. And, you know, that is so your personality, just so free and so fun. And that's one of the great things, and so humbled and grateful. I have to tell you, I've never shared this piece with you, but, you know, we share several groups together. We're in several groups together. And there are always days that facilitators or hosts of the admins of the group allow us to put something there, you know, about our thing. And you, without fail, always thank them first for doing that. And that just touches me so much. And it just speaks to your humbleness and your gratefulness. So I just said, I need to tell you that, because it makes me stop and have to go back and edit and say, no, seriously, you know, and it just comes so natural for you. And so you lead the way in that, and it's appreciated. So thank you for that.
Thank you. It's definitely a blessing to be able to be like, thank you for real to be on your platform. Anytime that I'm on somebody's platform that they don't have to invite you to, it's like, you know, I've been blessed to be even in your house. I was just grateful because it was just like, you don't have to do that. So I never take anything for granted, or I try not to.
That's wonderful. So I want to read, and actually the beginning of your chapter is so powerful. So I'm just read just a few paragraphs. It says, in order to truly discover, define, and refine your signature brand, you must holistically get to the bottom of who you are. This journey begins with determining who you are not, so that you can live freely in who you are. That is the first paragraph, and it is so impactful. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yes, so this has been a journey. This meaning my life has been a journey. And the journey is definitely about the fact that, you know, we sometimes get labeled with different labels and trying to figure out what is happening and who we are. And I think you have to really be true holistically who you are, to the core who you are. And it does take some work that some people are not willing to do, right? It takes some work, and you have got to understand who you are and who you are not. I always tell people I'm grateful for the good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, because, you know, it is everything inside of me that helps me to understand who I am. Like when I was on that job, oh my gosh, it wasn't me. I was not this bubbly spirit. I was none of this. I was losing who I was. And so that is truly what it's about. Just really realizing that you don't have to do what everybody else does. You show up in your magnificence, or rock your it factor is what we normally say. And just be that. Be whoever you are, and understand that and own it.
I really love that, because you really demonstrate that in your everyday life. I mean, every day. And I don't care what it is. Like I can remember you, and you probably still do it. I don't know if it was a Periscope or it was a Facebook Live, but that was the first when you got on with the bonnet, you know, and now you I was like, look at Stevie, but you like, you know, hey, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And you just demonstrate that regardless. And I love that. So your spirit is just awesome.
Thank you.
If you've never seen Stevie dance, you gotta, because she's free in doing so. So talk to me a little bit now about this new PR direction that you're going in? Because I know initially you have a degree in this, but your spirit, the passion, as you say, was not there to actually do the work, but you rather show others how to do it. So talk a little bit about this shift, because this is a big part of now what you do.
Mm-hmm. It is. And I had to give myself permission to do it. I always talk about finding the courage and confidence to sign a permission slip to your ideal life. And I had to give myself the courage and confidence to do it, because so many people would want me to do their PR, but I knew that there was a missing link, because there's some branding, some different things that have to happen. So, and I also knew that PR, writing is a skill. You got to be able to write well, but you can indeed have your own PR done. You don't have to necessarily have somebody and hire a lot of money to do it. And so for me, it just became something where I knew that I could help people learn. It's kind of like the teach a man to fish thing. Teach a man to fish and he will eat for the rest of his life. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to empower women to say, this is who I am. This is my brand. This is how I am presenting. And I would love to be on your show. I would love to be on your, whatever you have, your stage, and just own that. And I think that it gives them even more power.
And you're absolutely correct. And I love that, because once you do learn, and you don't lose anything from that, because if someone can do it themselves, because guess what? There's someone else that needs your services. Mm-hmm. So you don't lose when you give like that. And so that's really commendable for you doing that. Now, let's talk a little bit about this wonderful new collaboration that you're a part of. The launch is actually this weekend in Atlanta, Georgia, and I believe that it's still an opportunity for individuals to be a part of it. So talk to us a little bit about that.
I am absolutely excited about this book launch for a lot of reasons. The book is called You Have No Idea the Hell I've Been Through, which is when I heard that title, it just was powerful to me, because you really don't have any idea what we've been through. Some people tell all their business on social media. The 21 women who are co-authoring this book with me, we tend not to do that. We tend to show up each and every day without the side story, even though, we've been through something. And this is a book that I tell my triumphant testimony in. So if y'all really want to know the nitty gritty of what Stevii Aisha Mills has done and who she is, this is the book you'll find that in. And we are excited about launching it. The visionary Taria Avant, this is her baby, launching it on Saturday in Atlanta. And if you want to be part of it, there is free to come. Or if you want the VIP experience like so many of us love, then you can get that too. And it's youhavenoideabook.com. Again, youhavenoideabook.com. But we're going to be celebrating. It's a magnificent thing to be part of.
Awesome. And just rocking your it factor, and you move on, but you can't move away from this, because this, this is it. And so really, in the realness of cultivating and rocking your it factor, what does that look like according to Stevii?
Ooh, I love it. Yeah, it's funny, because even my mom is like, that is the signature one. You might do this and this and this, but cultivating your it factor, definitely, it is me. It is truly what it means to me. Cultivate your it factor, rock your it factors when you have fully given yourself permission, when you show up in your totality, no matter what mistakes you've made, no matter how great or grand something looks, you show up, you own it, and you do what it is. So even, whatever your profession is, you do it to the fullest and say, hey, I am rocking my it factor, because this is the way that it needs to be done. And you make no apology for doing it your way.
I love it. I tell you, I do. I'm telling, and your mom is right. And speaking of your mom, who I call your twin, she is right on spot. I don't care what you need or where you are. She is there, and I love it.
Yeah.
Talk about this relationship that you have, because it is phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she is awesome. My mother is amazing. She always says she's the other side of my brain. I am very creative. She is very administrative. And the cool thing about that is that I always ask her, Mom, did you know that I would grow up to be a TV show host, a radio show host, all these things? She was like, I didn't know exactly what you would be, but I knew you would be something. She said, I groomed you that way. And to have a mother like that, you know, our relationship as friends is, you know, her running my business basically, because everything that needs to be done administratively, she does. And just, she's even like in the credits of my TV show, because this is really the relationship that we've built. And she understands me personally and professionally. I couldn't have put my business in better hands.
I love it. And she is Johnny on the spot. I tell you, and definitely looks like that she could be your sister.
Yes.
So
yes.
Shout out to Karen Mills.
Yes, and our birthday is only 2 days apart, so we
Oh wow, that is truly incredible. Exactly. Oh my goodness. So Stevie, what would you want to tell individuals? And you know, we both, you know, our world is emerging entrepreneurs, working with authors. So, and my focus is always on the aspiring or emerging. So, what tips or what message would you like to share with those individuals?
I love that word, emerging. I love that. I'm a big wordsmith. In fact, on the TV show, we have a word of the day segment. So I might have to use that word one day, and I'll let them say, this is from Dr. Sharon. But yes, so I definitely believe that as a emerging woman, even before business, because when you really rock your it factor, no matter what you do, you know, we have professional people who love their jobs. We have parallelpreneurs, all these amazing things. Whatever you decide to do, just do it. Just own it. And you don't have to ask permission to be yourself. The only person you have to have a conversation with about that is you and God, and really understand that He has positioned us in this world and that He did it for such a time as this, and really stay rooted and grounded in that and live the life. I really do love my life now. And I remember a time that I didn't at all. So just be free, just have fun, rock it out, do whatever you want to do, because you only have one chance at this life.
I love it. I tell you. And guys, you got to see why I stay connected with her. Not only because she's from North Carolina, but her heart is pure, and I love it. And so just really caring for the next person. And that's so important. So thank you for all that you do, Stevie.
Oh, thank you.
And everything. Absolutely. So where can people follow you? Where can they contact you? Give them all your information.
The easiest way to do that is to know how to spell my first name. It is Stevii, not one I, not an I and an E, but I. And you can find me at Stevii.com. You can find me all over social media, but definitely Stevii.com it's like, you go there and you'll see everything that I have. It's holistic. So I would love to connect with you all.
That is awesome. Stevie, thank you so much for spending this time. I know you're busy, as I always say, but it's so important that we get each other's message out. Yes. I do believe in that, and I know you do too. So I'm grateful and humbled that you took the time to be here.
Thank you for just being you. I love you. I'm really proud of you. I've seen you blossom and just come into your own and just rock it out. Keep rocking your it factor, and I am always cheering and celebrating you. Can't wait till the next time that we get in the same room.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you for those of you who joined live. We had author Annabelle really said digging deep and staying true to your revelations. We had Elisa Mitchell, your co-author and mine as well, says great broadcast. Thank you, Alyssa, for joining us. And author Nikki McKay, she said, I need my it cultivated. All right.
Yes, boo. You can go to Stevii.com. You can get the book.
So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. And for those of you who will join the recording and the replay, we appreciate you as well. So have a wonderful night. And as I always say, if there's a book inside of you, don't wait. Write the book now.